Guys, I just got done literally a minute ago doing my Second Amendment Foundation appreciation video. And I want to make another video. Something else very important happened this week. At work, Monday morning, today is Thursday. I was off from work on Tuesday for a snow day. Monday morning, I kept over a dozen people out of the hospital, most of them children. When I got to my spot at about 7:20 a.m. on Monday, I'm standing on the corner where I normally stand in the morning, the busy corner, and the kid's going to get on his bus. And I normally walk in front of the back of the bus and stand in the middle of the road. I went to step off the curb. I almost slipped and ended up catching onto the bus to avoid falling. And the kid got on the bus. I said, I gotta check the neighborhood out now because there's ice. I gotta check every corner, make sure it's passable. So I go across the street to the auto body shop, the front and up the hill. There was so much ice I had to hang on to the manager's Nissan Frontier truck in order to avoid falling on my fucking head. Now the manager and his guys are in the coffee place, and I walk down. Now I know he's gonna clean it up, but I gotta double check and make sure. You know how it is, trust but verify. And I said, listen, you gotta get the guys with the salt right away, and I told him where the hot spots are. I said, in front of the shop and up the hill. He went out, told his guys, take the salt, blah, 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 get it down. They did their section, and they did up the hill. Their section of the hill. They only own about 3/4, 2/3 of the hill. The other part is not their property. They're not responsible for it. But their area was so nicely kept that you could have friggin' danced on it. And one of the young guys there, he was a nice guy. He told me I was gonna break my fucking head. He's like, you gotta watch me, I'm gonna break your fucking head. You'll like this guy. Last year, I had to help him cross the street because he broke his arm and leg and hopped to work on crutches every day. And I said, listen, man, I know this is dangerous, but I gotta make sure it's clean for the kids. So I'm walking up, making sure it's nice and steep. Now, when I get past his property line, his section of the hill, on the sidewalk, which is clean, I'm coming to the side that's not his property. And I'm slipping. And I had to hang on to the fucking fence for dear life. Because I'm gonna fucking fall. And there's a father with 3 kids coming down. I said, bring him this way, because I'm gonna fucking fall. I ended up being able to weasel my way off the curb. Had to step down into the street and walk down the street. Now, a few minutes earlier, while the guys were salting the hill, I had to escort a brother and sister up the hill. How'd I do that? Simple. Told them one behind the other, stand in the street. There's no cars parked on the hill. It's no parking area. Just the curb and the street. Stand in the street, hugging the curb, and walk up. And I had to walk up next to them, put my hand on them, hold them up, make sure they're okay, getting them up the street. Now, the 2/3 of the hill is clean, the top third is not. There's a thin layer of ice, so small, it's like a fucking fingernail. That's harmless, right? Not exactly. Because that top of the hill, the entire rest of the morning, I had the kids. I would have to yell up the hill, wait for me! Run up the hill, get them, and bring them down. I would have to actually hold on to them, move them off the sidewalk, and down. One girl, she's maybe 7 years old. She's walking with her father. I walk up the hill. She's on the sidewalk. I'm off the curb. And I say, hold my hand. She holds my hand. I pick her up. I helped her step down. Held her close to me. Walked her all the way down to the bottom of the hill. I suggested her father follow us. He didn't do it. He walked down the hill on the sidewalk by some miracle. He didn't fall. There's 3 young kids that forget them. They're like brothers or some shit, or cousins. They walked together. The youngest of them got stuck on the hill. I had to encourage him to get off and follow me down. This one girl, sweetheart girl, she lives in the building up on top of the hill. she had come out of her building. And my station is the bottom of the hill. The kids walk down the hill to me and I get them across the street. She probably took a couple of steps down, skipping along, and realized that she was stuck. She was stuck right at the edge where the fucking ice was. And it was at the point where if she went one more foot, she would have took a headfirst fucking dive. I yelled, wait there, go up the hill, stand next to her. This is the girl I saved her life last school year. Come on. She sidestepped to me, into my arms. I helped her down the curb. I held onto her arm, held her close to me. My body is towards the oncoming traffic, so God forbid anyone gets hit, it'll be me, not the kid. And I had to walk her down. I'm like, okay, it's okay, you're gonna be fine. And she was terrified. So, okay, it's gonna be fine. I said, listen, this afternoon, you're gonna wait for me. I'm gonna bring you back up the hill. So I had, now all the adults are mostly on their own, but I had to tell them, stay off the fucking hill. Go that way, go up along the side. It took, DPW, I called DPW 4 times. Well, I called my mother called DPW. But, you call DPW and say I got a fucking icy street in front of my house. Hey, there's 100 other calls I gotta handle. They're also icy street in front of the house. So, DPW never showed up on my shift. They came later, most of. And I'm telling the adults, avoid that icy hill, avoid that, avoid this, avoid that. The adults, you gotta tell them to avoid it. Little kids, you gotta hold their hand and walk them down. Had it not been for me doing that, every fucking buddy in that fucking neighborhood would have been in the hospital with a split fucking head or a broken leg. So, you got that little ass, thin, paper thin, bullshit thing of ice. I got a fucking pin too. I just found this now laying here. Second Amendment in defense of the right to keep and bear arms. I didn't say, like, what the fuck is this? Okay, where was I? You have this paper thin bullshit sheet of ice that is harmless. It is not harmless, it is harmful. You must be careful. So you gotta be real careful. Gotta watch the kids, your kids, neighborhood kids. Okay? Old ladies, the elderly, disabled, you gotta watch them. Okay? I mean, look at me. All I am is a little man. I could've. It was the most dangerous day that I've worked. Little thin layer of ice on a third of a hill at the top almost put half the neighborhood in the hospital. I better get some fucking thumbs up in this video, for Christ's sake. Okay, I'm still doing my editing for my Newtown thing. I'm looking at over the forums and stuff. Hopefully that'll come by next week. Thank you guys. Bye. Move the candles back in. These are nice candles. This candle? Candle's over 20 years old. That's one piece. She dipped in 1,000 layers of wax and cut around it. Beautiful candle. Ocean City, Maryland. I got that when I was a... Alright, bye.